While many Chinese are getting excited about Apple's upcoming iPhone 8, the latest report from an international tech analysis company shows that Chinese smartphones are doing quite well in global markets. In fact, more and more foreigners are becoming increasingly familiar with Chinese brands, and in Shanghai you can see many expats using Chinese brands and accessories. I asked some colleagues and friends what they thought.
It's not like back in 2009 when it was iPhone or nothing, or iPhone and some piece of garbage. Now they're all just about the same. Sure, the iPhone's a little bit better build quality, but like 20% better, 30% better, but it costs 5 times as much. And so the choice was pretty easy.
Yeah, I think that like side products like batteries or bands or watches, which are less expensive, that's a good way to get like into the foreigners market. For those products which are less expensive than a phone, probably the problem of service is not that big, because if your Xiaomi Mi Band gets broken, it's 150 kwai, that's around 20 euros, and that's not big of a problem.
Data from tech analysis company Counterpoint show that all smartphone shipments in the second quarter of this year was 365 million units, and 48% were Chinese brands. Apple and Samsung are still leading in their rankings, while Huawei, Oppo, and Vivo occupy the next 3 places. Xiaomi's overseas shipments soared 324% in the second quarter of the same period last year.
Emerging markets like Thailand, Vietnam, Russia, Ukraine, and some African countries are showing an explosive demand for upgrades from traditional phones to smartphones. Customers in these markets are not necessarily well off, so what they want is the good value-for-money products that China can produce.
Apart from just Chinese brands going overseas, Chinese mobile makers are also getting more orders from emerging markets to manufacture phones for local brands. And Shanghai's RGK Group is one of them. 70% of the company's production goes outside China to retailers in the countries of Southeast Asia, South America, and Africa.
It seems these days that half of the world's phones are made in China. China has the most complete production chain, and the market here is very mature. Other countries like India and Brazil may have strong software industries and some very good hardware manufacturers, but the chain is not complete there, so most would look to China for competitive products.
Wang says many Chinese phone makers gain another advantage from these ODM sales because it allows them to learn more about other countries' sales channels. That will help lay the groundwork for more exports of Chinese smartphone brands in the future. Mi Jiayi, ICS for CGTN, Shanghai.